is. Oh no.
Someone said, "Oh no," as we start to stream. That's terrible.
No, I found the Word of Blake champion.
C3I, baby. With improved narcs.
Oh yeah, it's an improved narc boat. Because funny. Well, we are live. We'll see if. Oh my God, we've got an Australian on the stream.
Yes, exactly on time by the looks.
We mentioned the Word of Blake, and what do you know?
We talk about the Word of Blake, and the Blakeists show up.
I am called.
There are worse things that could happen. I'm putting my post-it notes on the desk. I did a start of a tech tree.
I immediately thought of this motherfucker.
I did a tech tree out of post-it notes at work. All sorts of weird and fun things going on here. A lot of things showing up at Gen Con, but nothing I'm surprised about from all the news we got. Unless someone has news that they're really surprised about. I mean, they announced a couple mechs, a couple things, bad ideas as well.
I am surprised at how few of the new rule changes I hated.
I think it's most people. I think they got someone who actually likes the game to write those rules. So
don't worry, they won't learn. They won't keep doing it.
We'll see how it's going to go, really. But
the errata will show up, and the errata will cover the entire book.
And the errata will mess up everything that we think is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, they announced a lot of aerospace fighter boxes, which they're cool. It's a really cool thing to have, but I'm not sold on it because nobody's going to play aerospace fighters. I mean, it's too complicated.
One, it's too complicated, and two, because of the way that they can attack multiple hexes, they're just so dangerous.
Yeah, and +4 penalty.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're just so dangerous. You know, they can choose to come down. Oh, I'm going to come down on this guy's back and strafe him. Take 4 PPCs to the back.
Another thing.
One medium laser to the nose and they go down potentially.
They're not super hard to take down if you're dedicating a few things to anti-air, at least.
I don't know. Hey, Jim, you and I in our Megamech games, we've seen how easy they are to take down. How hard it is to survive at the end of the match with one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, at that point, then it's time to back off and just drop bombs.
It's still easy enough to take down. We've blown things up. We've blown plenty of planes up.
Oh yeah.
The new RPG might have at least 1 force pack of pilot miniatures. That's an absolute waste.
We played Aerotech, and we gave it up about 1990. I mean, we looked at it and we went, no, we're done with this.
It's because planes don't have range or evasion modifiers.
Yeah.
Well,
Armor and Crab can attest to how glorious orbital combat can be.
No C-scale Wasp or Stinger, but there will be a C-scale Irby. Yay. Urban that. Faction flags, if they really release that, I might get myself a FedCom flag.
Just go get yourself a really, well-used, well-known Robotech kit of a Veritech. You can make a Stinger or a Wasp or a Phoenix Hawk.
Or a Phoenix Hawk or a fancy version of all those.
Yeah,
things.
you can make any of those just by going and getting a model kit.
There's not terribly much that they announced that I'm super surprised about. Remember that every single date posted by the people at CGL, except maybe like stuff coming out this month or start of next month, right? Everything else is going to be late by 3 to 6 months.
In regards
to the optimist.
In regards to the faction flags, don't lie to us and say you're going to get a FedCom flag. You're going to be the one guy that is upset that they didn't make a flag for Clan Fire Mandrill.
Okay, look.
And if
there's
they
three
do make a
flags
flag
I'd
for
get.
Clan Fire Mandrill, you're going to get that flag.
There's 3 flags I'd get: FedCom, Fire Mandrill, and St. Ives.
I definitely get a FedCom. My T-shirt was from the
The
original
thing is,
Kickstarter was a
with
FedCom.
T-shirts and stuff like
Nice.
that, they wear out too quickly, especially if you do any kind of work in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Like I mean, and it's not evening wear, so you're not going to
I
be
have
wearing
found,
your nice FedCom shirt to address rehearsal or whatever.
Tanky, you see the
Blankets,
shirts that I wear on
Rimworld
Sunday.
Republic.
Oh yeah, dude, you get the I think you get yours from a TeePublic, isn't it?
No, it's Red Bubble.
Redbubble, yeah, that's the one.
Redbubble. Yeah, and I mean, they're plenty good enough.
Yes. Because it's
I go to
actual
bed
eyes.
every night. I go to bed every night wearing my FedCom T-shirt, snuggled up with my FedCom Atlas plushie.
Okay,
Arvin's saying how
that's
effective
frightening.
How effective would an aerospace fighter would be with a Gauss rifle on it? I can't
Less
remember
than
what
if
the
it had a
name of the
Clan PPC.
I can't remember what the name of the there's a Republic of the Sphere Omni fighter.
There's
The
a Omni
prime
fighter that the
configuration.
clans have that's like
You mean the Eisenstrom?
Sagittarius or something, and it's a nightmare.
There's
Yeah,
a
they're good. They're nice and all, but again,
like I said here, there's a
PPC or Clan PPC is better.
no, there's a plane with paired improved heavy Gauss rifles.
There's a plane
Yeah, that's
with
good.
there's a clan plane with dual Ultra 20s.
That's
that's
plenty.
Xerxes.
Xerxes, yes.
Yes, but the
Yeah.
implication of having a particle cannon means that technically, if you're willing to go through the penalties, you can strafe, which was the thing that was said was the OP thing about aerospace.
Well, yeah, the
Idris
energy
has
weapons.
Dual Gauss.
The energy.
Your Gauss
Well, you
can't
can't.
strike.
You can only strike with missiles and with guns, meaning you can target one guy in the rule
Yeah.
set as it is right now. But with lasers and PPCs, you just basically pull the trigger and you're off to the races. You're a lawnmower.
Thankfully, not plasma rifles. That I think is a good
Yep.
limit.
The
PPC
thing
shouldn't
is,
be
plasma
able to, but
rifles,
they
so it
can.
wouldn't
So
work.
whatever.
All right,
I think just because it
Iso
has
lasers
ammo.
are worse.
Heavy
by far.
Heavy lasers and 4 ATM-9s. Suffer.
Oh God.
No.
I will
Hyper laser.
say also
strafing
real quick. They put out in one of their streams in regards to the C-scale mechs. They're not meant to be game pieces. They're not in scale with each other. So that kind of dashed my hopes and dreams of 15 mil
Battletech. Each
Battletech.
other on the
Nope.
regular minis.
That's retarded.
They're
Yes.
all, which makes sense because like an Atlas is taller than the Mad Cat. Why is the C-scale Gothic Atlas the like smaller than the Timberland? Then suddenly it clicked. Oh, they have no intention of these ever being meant to be a game piece.
Actually
They're
used.
100%
I mean, if they were
there
to scale and you could
look
use them
cool.
for Battle Force, it'd be awesome. The people, the 3
Battle
people still in the
troops.
world playing Battle Force. You know,
Well, if they were Battle Force scale, they'd have to be like teeny tiny.
no, not Battle Force. What's Battle Troops? Sorry, Battle Troops.
Troops.
Where
But then
you'd
they
have
would be
battle armor the
huge.
size of a battle mech, and the battle mech the size of a gunplow.
Yeah.
And drop ships the size of a dinner table.
So sick. Why
Yes,
not? Why can't we have nice things like that?
Because no, I'm not gonna say because CGL doesn't like fun. That would be silly. At that point, that stuff is silly. Okay, get yourself
I mean,
a
you're
big printer and do big prints of those.
You're entering into Games Workshop territory with Warlord
Mhm.
Titans and Tau Mantas. It's like, yeah, these models are really, really cool, but when are you ever going to bust out a Tau Manta?
Never. The Manta
Oh,
never.
man.
The
That was being
Titans
cheesy.
almost never. At least the Baneblade was playable.
Because wasn't there that cheese with the Manta where you could disembark and then re-embark in the same turn while like technically hovering, so your troops were basically unshootable while the Manta was technically defensive?
I've heard
I am
something
not.
like that.
I
before.
haven't played at that scale of Warhammer.
I think they had to nerf that into the ground because it was too cheesy.
It was dangerously cheesy. We are going to talk real quick about 260-ton mech because, well, we did start that last week, and we can continue talking about those.
We didn't even cover the greatest 60-ton mech.
The Vulture?
No,
Which one?
the Yeoman.
Oh god. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Everybody had the exact same reaction. That's why it's beautiful.
It's like
We're going to talk about the two that were in TRO 2750. We're going to go by order of TROs for the 60 tonners. So there was two
Let's do
60
it.
tonners in TRO 2750, which was surprising because they were basically a thing at every weight class, pretty much, except like 260 tonners. There was a few odd things there and then.
what would that be? The Lancelot and
Daniel Graham, when did Warhammer allow Beyblades? I say Baneblade, but yes, my accent probably made it sound like Beyblades. And drop Beyblades on a table for Warhammer, and you will probably not only get kicked out of the store, but get an ass kicking. But it'll be funny.
Baneblades became a mainline choice in Warhammer around the time of Imperial Knights, because Imperial Knights used to be classed as like a super heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So they started letting the Guard bring their Baneblades, and that's why we got plastic Baneblades common today.
And now they pulled the Baneblade kit, they put it back with less sprues for $10 more, and they're selling the sprues that used to be in that box for $20.
From what I understand, though, the sprues that they pulled, which, yeah, it's shitty they pulled sprues and then jacked the price up. But from what I understand, it was just the basic Baneblade upgrade sprue.
Yeah, it wasn't anything super fancy, but I mean, it's
you
just
only got
of them.
You only got that sprue if you wanted extra sponsons for 2 additional las cannons and additional bolters. You weren't getting it for the comm array or the fuel cans. You were getting it for the weapons. Whoop-de-doo.
So,
but jacking the price up on it is retarded.
The Champing. My brother really likes the Champion. It actually, I think he got a old Ralparta mini for the Champion just because it looked cool. Was it good? Well, it's a 60-tonner. We'll start with that.
It is what it is.
Then again, it's what the problem with the Champion is that it doesn't use much of the fancy tech that is available in 2750. Like many of the mechs in TRO 2750, it just makes use of one or two of the things that are available. And in this case, it's ferrofibrous, which is a thing, and an LB10X, which is pretty good. 8-ton ferrofibrous gives it a 143 points of armor, which is...
It's less than many, but it's fast, I guess.
It is fast. It is fast. It has more armor than a rifleman. That's not saying much.
No.
It has more armor than the Ostsoul because it has ferrofibrous, basically. The ferrofibrous gives it like the same armor as that a lot of those baseline mechs in the 60-tonner that you had in 25, but it gives it like that 12% extra. So it is okay. Like it's not fantastic. It doesn't go fast enough to not have much armor though. So it's starting to have some issues there. The arms are purely ablative on the base model. So it doesn't matter if you lose, an arm. It's not catastrophic. And in terms of weapon, you're okay. I mean, an LB10X is like an AC-10, but good.
Always good. That is an S-tier weapon.
An SRM-6 with Artemis 4, which is good until you have Streak SRM-6. 2 medium lasers, 2 small lasers. It does a little bit of everything. It runs odd because it doesn't have double heat sinks. That's the only reason it runs odd. Because there's no weapon on there that is terribly odd here.
It's doing its best.
Yes,
Well,
but
even
its
in the-
best is the 1 and 2, which has double heat sinks.
Well, I mean, it says the unofficial but common field refit.
Yeah.
And seen in 2067, given the poor heat management, many pilots made the difficult modification of swapping out traditional heat sinks for double heat sinks.
Difficult. Already talking about. It's an easy job.
Yeah,
You turn off the engine, then you
Yeah.
shut it down, because don't just shut down the mech and open the engine. That is a very bad idea. You will die if you do that. You have to.
Let's look inside this nuclear reactor.
Not great, not terrible.
What happened to Bill? He just went piff, gone.
And it's not like in
Ash
Watchmen,
baby.
he won't come back.
Oh, it's only 180 million degrees in there? We can work with this.
Like, you have to shut it
All
down
that for some
completely,
steam.
open it, pull the heat sinks, put the new heat sinks. The
What's in
job
the bottle?
itself is easy.
Just the unmatched power of the sun.
It's just the sun.
Behold, the bringer of light.
What I would have done as well here is probably take out the small lasers and add a ton of armor.
No,
But
no. Take out the Artemis
Mhm.
to add a ton of armor.
Okay, yeah, smart move.
Remove the small lasers for a small pulse to do wet work.
See,
Well, when the
that's why we
mech
have
came
Elkai on
out,
stream.
when the mech came out, when the book came out, small lasers were something that you principally used against infantry because you did 3 points of damage to the
Mhm.
infantry at
That
that
was before
time.
they got reduced to 1/10 rounded up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before all they shaved everything down. I mean, it used to be
Yeah.
you would walk onto the field with any battle mech and would just swat infantry right out of the way.
Oh,
You
the
didn't
infantry
need
would
machine
complete-
guns.
Small
You
pulse
just-
laser. It's one of the
Old
best
rule-
anti-infantry weapons.
Old
'Cause it
rule,
does
the
its
champion would
1d6
destroy infantry.
anti-infantry damage, and then it does another 2 damage because it's a pulse laser.
Yeah.
Oh no, the small pulse laser is a fantastic weapon. I replaced machine guns on a lot of mechs
Oh,
with
yeah,
small
of
pulse
course.
lasers.
Guaranteed.
Oh, you lose the
Um,
ability to use rubber rounds against,
one
non
thing I do in
military crew.
One thing I do in later game eras is I replace it with a clan laser anti-missile system,
Mm.
because you can switch it to a one hex range micro pulse if you really need to, and if you really need to, you not worrying about 5 heat. You're worried about killing something on the turn you die.
Does it have any
Or
positive
killing infantry.
quirks? I don't see it here because the
no minimal arms, ubiquitous. That's pretty
ubiquitous.
much- weak head
champion is
armor 1, I
ubiquitous?
think. I mean, it is everywhere. Isn't
True,
it?
it's a Bergen mech, so Bergen just doesn't care and builds. So
Yeah,
there is
I
that.
just see no.
If they don't
minimal
give it
arms.
ubiquitous, it probably should have it.
It should have ubiquitous. It just doesn't.
And the
Doesn't.
weak head armor that comes with all those big
No, it doesn't have weak head armor.
aerospace dome cockpits.
It doesn't
It
have
should.
weak head
I
armor.
mean, look at it. If the
Correct.
catapult does, if the Timberwolf
Surprisingly,
does,
it doesn't.
That should.
But-
No, it's got the A10 cockpit.
there you go.
Yeah.
Smart one. I mean, I think the regular small laser should be like the micro laser and get bonus against infantry, like Arvin is saying.
There's one. Take out the 2 small lasers. Give it a flamer.
That's also funny because flamers are always funny.
That's good. Yes.
Take out the Artemis. Give it a
But intro
second ton of
tech is
ammo so you
amazing.
can take Infernos.
Yeah.
That also works. It is one of the mechs that when it gets downgraded to Succession War issue champion, it's, still a champion. It has nothing fantastic. It has pitiful armor at 128. Yes, it's an issue there. But you still have an AC-10, an SRM-6, 2 medium lasers, 2 small lasers, and you go 5.8. I think it's still
I mean,
reasonable.
an AC-10 is still an AC-10. You're just
And-
not firing shotgun bullets anymore.
Well, you still got 2
Yeah.
tons, so at some
But you've still
point
got
you
an
can run.
SRM-6, and so you can still do the crit seeking.
Yeah, and with 2 tons of ammo on the AC-10, you can run like 1 ton of standard and 1 ton of precisions if needed. So I don't think
I
it's a
didn't- I didn't think we would have precisions in the Succession
No,
Wars.
you wouldn't have precision in Succession War. You can run Flechette or Flak. That's not as good.
They're anti-infantry.
It is anti-infantry, though. That is a good thing.
It's also kind of just shows like this was a good mech, and then the Succession Wars just beat it dead.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
still. I personally think it's still reasonable for a 60-tonner of that era. Like, I can bring this to fight Ost Souls, and it might be a challenge. A fast Centurion or a Dragon with a bigger boomstick. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Champion is terrible. The Champion 1 and 2 is quite reasonable. I won't say good, but reasonable. The Star League Royal has an ERPPC and a Gauss rifle because
Whoa.
it needs to kill shit. No, it's a standard
a 5
PPC.
ton heavier. It's a 5-ton heavier Lynx.
Yes, but the links didn't exist when they wrote this. So never mind. The Tukayid special. The Tukayid special for all you clan busters out there is a bit more aggressive. We'll go with that. He's a bit more aggressive. It has even less armor because armor's for pussies. But you have 2 large lasers added to the kit. So basically, it's you remove half a ton of armor, you stick 2 extra large lasers on, and make it expensive with a huge engine. There you go.
Whoa! It's basically a 5-ton heavier Lynx.
It works.
You better be real confident the clans is something
value
else
of
to shoot
work.
at.
I mean, honestly, in this case, I would really take out the small lasers and stick more armor on.
Although,
More armor. This thing needs more heat sinks.
being one of the faster heavy mechs, then it does actually have the speed to use those small lasers. But at that point, it is oh god, I'm going to die. Shoot it now.
Yeah. In a 2-kid situation, you pair this
you
up
can use
with
large
the
lasers.
Shadowhawks, the Phoenix Hawks, and I think there's another, I forget what the other medium clan buster that has a ridiculous amount of SRMs for elemental hunting.
Yeah, I mean, everything with regard to Tukiyid is as close as we can. You know, if we could board the other guy with our battle mech, we would.
It's the Royal Brigade Mark II.
Yeah, it's just
Fox Loving 300 XL edition.
It's like Horatio Nelson. It's lay us alongside a pistol shot. You know.
Look, and I won't say it has not enough heat sinks because you're going to be able to shoot your LBX, your 2 large lasers, and run in the same turn, which is quite good. Once things get closer, well, you start face rolling the controls, and the Stormcrow blows up before you do. That's basically it.
Well, you can fire the large lasers and the LBX-10 at a run and stay heat neutral. You replace one large laser and you can fire the other lasers.
Yeah. So it's honestly not bad. There you go. We'll go with that. And then, of course, the silly people from the Word of Blake's got their hands on them. And it has endo steel. It has an XL engine. It has double heat sinks. It has 10.5 tons of standard armor. So it actually is armored.
Yeah.
It has an Ultra 10 because Ultra 10s are fun. It has the perfect amount of medium lasers to knock someone on its ass with 4. And an Einarch because Einarchs are also
and an
funny.
Ultra 10, which can also knock people on their ass.
Yeah, you've got multiple ways of knocking people on their ass and a C3I computer to make sure that you actually hit with all that stuff.
2 tons of Einarch, so 8 shots of that.
So it runs up, knocks you on your ass, narcs
Or
you, and then
4
all of the
Nemesis
missiles
and
come
4
in.
Haywires.
Yeah, you're going to run A-wires on those because A-wires are fun.
Now, NARC doesn't work with semi-guided bullets,
Nemesis
does it?
squads are more fun.
No.
No, it
I
doesn't.
think they changed that.
Did it?
Don't think so. I don't think they
Check the new
changed
rules.
it. It's just, no, they're much better now. They're much better now. The regular narcs are going to be better. Period. So
They're trying to make it to where people actually want to use NARCs.
It's
As
going to be
opposed to, why
it's
would I
going to
do
basically
this?
it's basically an Artemis 5 once someone is narked. So that's good.
But only for narc capable ammo.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
but I mean, if someone's bringing a narc, you should bring, everything's bringing narcs.
It is INARC, which means you do need to be paying attention to what location you hit with it.
Yes, because the guy can pull it.
Yes,
Off.
because you can
Or
brush
no,
off.
if the location is destroyed, then they're no longer attached with the INARC. So shoot them multiple times with the INARC.
And our good friends in Clan Coyote decided to make a champion as well. And of course, since it's Clan Tech, it's the best of the champions, but it's actually a very solid second line mech. 10 tons of Clan Ferrofibrous is almost maxed out for armor. Really good. 585. It is fast and mobile. And it's got the big LB-10X, the SRM-6 with Artemis, the medium lasers. You've got 2 medium pulse, 2 ER mediums in the arms that you can flip backwards.
It's basically a clan buster with jump jets.
And 2 small pulse lasers. It's basically a clan buster with jump jet. Yeah, pretty much. And this one is quite nasty. No, the difference with the clan buster, you've got like 50 points of armor more. That makes a big difference. That's like 2 AC-20s.
10 double heat sinks. So it actually can fire at least all the energy or mix and match a couple of things here and there, how you want to go about it.
If you're at medium range, like the Clan Buster, you can shoot the 2 ER medium lasers and the AC-10 because it has the same range as the Inner Sphere versions. You do 1 point of damage less on the ER medium lasers. I know.
If you
Pocket
stand still,
largers
you can
are-
do all lasers and the LBX.
If you're not
all the
jumping,
all the medium
Hell, you can
lasers.
do it, the LBX and the large lasers for 2 turns before you need to worry about anything.
I mean, it's the C champion is
Remember,
very
all he-
solid, but it's not a thing that you'll see a lot of people play. Not only because we forget about it, but also because it's just not a standard in most lists. Let's face
It is, yeah. It does become all clan common after Jihad, or there's some that use it more, but it seems to be second line common for clan.
I mean, the
Inner
fact
Sphere,
that
all
Bergen is the one
clans.
building it, I'm sure the Ghost Bears will have a couple.
Yeah.
And
Come on,
Yep,
let's
it-
Snow Raven pick it up.
It is considered uncommon for Dominion. This is off of Megamech's chart because I can't look at the other one anymore.
Oh yeah, that problem.
Now, the fast 60-tonner, the Lancelot, the 6.9 with an XL engine. In this particular book and around there, this
Excuse
is a insanely aggressive mech. 6.9, it has 9.5 tons of armor, which is not terrible in the 60-ton range, as we've discussed already. It has 13 double heat sinks to cool down, well, an awful lot of lasers. 2 larges, a medium, and a PPC.
Gee whiz, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Jeez, it's normal. So this thing here is
It's
an
normal.
insanely
Technically.
aggressive mech that has narrow low profile, which is one of the best quirks, and anti-air targeting, which is also a very good quirk.
Which is really good.
Yeah, like there's very few
And
negative
bad
points
reputation
to
is
the
great because
Lancelot.
you get it for steel.
Of course, this ear requires one piece of technology for it to work. Can someone tell me what is the one piece of technology which is required for the Lancelot to work?
Extra light
Double
engine.
heat sinks.
The extra light engine, even before the double heat sinks. Without the double heat sinks, you're gonna cook yourself alive, but that wouldn't be
But
too
you can shoot
unusual for the
sometimes.
time. But without an XL
Hell, you
engine,
could do the Marek thing and take the particle cannons out, replace them with lasers, and you could at least fire 2 of them.
Hey, we were doing our best. Leave us alone.
I am a Marek. In the same way that Israel is America.
There you go.
The Blakeists in the Free Worlds League Parliament House.
The one way of making the Lancelot work without an XL engine is having it go 4.6. There's going to start having a few issues.
Well, you could always do the funny thing what Karita did with the 03 and swap out the larges for AC5s. But they kept the double heat sinks, so now you're oversynced. And
You're
now
just a
you
fat
can throw
blackjack.
up, and you could throw flak with the anti-aircraft targeting, so you're hitting on -3 on planes.
Yeah, the refit for the Succession War goes 4.6, 9.5 tons of armor, 19 heat sinks, and it's not enough. It's not as good, let's say. But still, it has 9.5 tons of armor. It's still, I think, better than... As an anti-air mech, I still think it's better than a rifleman.
Well, yes. Because
It can't shoot flak, but it can stay in the field doing its anti-air job longer than the rifleman can. Let's face it.
And it's not going to cook almost immediately as soon as you turn on the engine.
You can walk and shoot both large lasers, which isn't bad. Or a large laser into PPC and run. Once again, it's not bad.
Isn't the Lancelot the mech that Krupp based the Dragoon on?
Yes, it is.
Dragoons are fun.
Lancelot 01X
it has more armor.
Replaces the large with ER larges. You're going to run too hot with that build, in my opinion. You're going to start not appreciating what you need to do here. The 03 with the AC5s, that's just silly, but it's funny. In this case, it basically turns it into a rifleman. So there's that. There's the Blakist one with a pair of ER large laser and ER PPC and an improved C3I. That one.
Someone was asking why the Succession Lancelot isn't a rifleman placement. It's because it's a Combine exclusive.
Yeah, the Combines are the only one building it at that point. And they don't
Combine and Russellhog, baby.
That's 3060, so it's an early... it's probably Com Guards originally and Word of Blake later, actually. 05 has a lot of machine guns because you need to kill infantry, which is, fun. I'm okay with that. 06 has a C3I and a targeting computer.
Whoa.
It needs to hit things. Ferrofibrous. And ferrofibrous. So it has, 179 points of armor. So we're getting to top tier level Lancelots here. It has an XL gyro, so that's a little bit more risky, and a small cockpit. But you're Manny Domini anyway, so the small cockpit doesn't matter.
Well, what kind of guns does it have tied to that target computer in C3I?
2 ER large and an ER PPC.
It's a Lancelot. Okay.
It's a
Lancelot. I should have thought about that. Should have answered my own question there.
I mean, there's another version with a pair of LB5Xs and a PPC. That's very much a rifleman. I mean, they made a lot of Lancelots for the good people in the Word of Blake. Oh, there's one with a plasma rifle, Clan ER large laser, Clan medium pulse laser. Oh, that's the Rec Guide one.
That's the
heavy
C.
Fibrous. That's not even a C because not everything is C on it. Because unfortunately, there is also the Lancelot C. And I say unfortunately because it is one of the best ways to lose friends. It is
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness!
It is a way to lose friends. And a
I'm
mech that is
talking
probably going to be illegal in a couple tournaments because it brings 3 large pulse lasers. So that's
Yes,
Clan
the
large pulse lasers, no less.
the good large pulse lasers. It is eat neutral,
Yeah,
shooting those
the
3 large
top
pulse
tier
lasers.
3 guns.
So it's eat neutral, shoots 3 large pulse lasers, and goes 6/9. I can see tournaments banning this thing for many reasons.
It's been raised to
I think
1
it is
for less.
MRC banned.
It is banned by the MRC.
I think it is, yeah.
You know, it does have one thing it could improve. Stick ferrofibrous on. Bang. 30 points of armor, extra armor. And it's not like you don't have the room for the ferrofibrous inside.
Or same amount of armor, you reduce the tonnage and you get another heatsink.
You don't need another
Oh, wait,
heatsink.
no, it
You're
doesn't even
neutral
matter.
already.
Yeah, never mind.
Do what you can and cram a targeting computer in there just to make it that much worse.
No, you wouldn't be able to. That would be way too heavy. At that
would be
point,
Let's
it'd be
do
too
it.
heavy. No,
It
you
doesn't
don't
matter. We
have-
move 6/9. Our speed is our armor.
Stuff it in there. You know, get a crowbar.
You need.
We'll find a way.
You need 4 tons. You'd have to reduce the. No, you can't reduce the armor by 4 tons. We're not Davion making a Shadow Hawk. Making fun of the
Ouch.
Davion, even though I
Time
love
to
them.
sacrifice some heat sinks.
So
You
what
could
I'm
do
hearing
that.
is bring a rifleman. What I'm hearing is bring a rifleman 2C and bring a Lancelot Charlie to the game. Pick a target, fling 7 clan large pulse lasers at it, rinse and repeat until the game is over.
I mean,
Yes, the rifleman
there
2C
is a way.
a
There
thing.
is a way. I just did it. There is a way. Where's
There
the
is a
targeting
way.
computer?
I've got a great idea.
It's not gonna be nice. People are gonna cry, but
But frankly, we don't care about those people.
they don't really matter. You reduce the armor by 2 tons. So you with ferrofibrous, so you have the same amount you had before. You reduce 2 eat sinks, so you're no longer eat neutral, but you're just at +4, so it's not too bad. And then you have a targeting computer. Then you can make sure you don't have any friends ever again.
We did it, Reddit! We did it!
I'm not gonna say what I say when I'm talking to Reddit people anymore.
Now, when I was going
It
up
gets me
against
banned.
Gabby over the last weekend, she had a mech that had 2 large pulse lasers and a targeting computer, and she did beat up on me with that. But I was able to punch back pretty good too because I was using my Hag 40s and Hag 30s.
that is a
I
solution.
would expect you to beat back. Wonder if that was
Lancelot
Novacat.
C2 will allow you to keep friends, but you go 6/9/12 on a 60 tonner. So there is that.
Because I really need to chase that fire moth down.
I mean, those Locust 2Cs, I'm gonna catch them. But it's ER large, ER PPC, and a pair of flamers because fire mandrel. This is a fire mandrel build.
You're going to get to maximum range with the guy, and then you're going to shoot him down.
No, you're fire mandrel. You are going to go right next to him to shoot
You're
those
gonna run on
long
for a
range
long
guns.
time.
Because you have to fling your poo at it, and flinging poo is not a long range weapon.
Yes, it is. Don't listen to the haters.
I mean, this will allow you to have friends at least, but it's still pretty nasty. You can still easily fit ferrofibrous on with no issue. And I mean, if you go to 3120 and you put to advanced at least, I guess, yes, you can have the same amount of armor, but on reflective, which will make this thing an absolute nightmare to kill. Because your pulse lasers are not going to hit it. Well, their pulse lasers are going to hit it, but they're going to do like 3 damage to it. As we discussed, reflective armor on fast mechs is very good. And on a Lancelot like this, you'll have a lot of reflective armor, and the other guy is going to regret whatever he's going to bring, unless he's got re-engineered lasers. But Uir uses re-engineered lasers.
I just
House
think they're neat.
Davion
Okay.
does in like New Avalon campaign. Ask Armor and Crab. They, yeah.
That's about the
In the
only
era
people who
of-
uses them
right, 'cause
are.
there's a blood asp with them.
Yes. In the era of Ferrolamella, they're actually
It's
not
gonna.
bad.
It should get popularized with ferrolamellar and ardent armor becoming more common, but right now there's only the Davions that run it, and I'm not even sure why they're running it, because the Combine doesn't run that much reflective armor, and
The
the
clans
Liaos don't run reflective armor; they run stealth. So I'm
Nova
not
Cats
sure how that
definitely
works.
do.
They went through all the trouble of trying to create their own special pulse lasers, and then made this like, well, now we have to use it.
We have to
Yes.
use it, and it's good against our own mechs that have reflective armor to protect against PPCs.
It helps put down dissidents. Why were the Spartans created?
Mm. Yeah, okay.
They hated him for he spoke the truth.
Before he spoke the truth. The Bombardier was at 65 tons, so we're not going to talk about it right now. And the next book will be 3050, so we're going to do that next week. I might do more than just that next week. It's just that I had a very silly idea because I play too much video games. that
What
was
was
my
the
day
idea?
today. Busy at work, and then at the end of the day, which is always decently relaxed, except for that one lady who needed a mouse that came from upstairs, being like, "Hey, I need a mouse." Okay, just threw a mouse at her.
I bet you do.
Take that.
Take that mouse.
Yeah, roll tide.
There, yeah.
I was actually happy it was someone who was like very, very reasonable. Like, yeah, my mouse is broken. Just give me another cheap mouse. Okay.
I absolutely need my $80 gaming mouse for PowerPoint.
Look, we have
need
fancy
the
gaming
175
headsets at
buttons,
work.
Okay, it's got to have the 175 buttons.
We have the fancy gaming headsets at work, but that's because they managed to get a bundle of them for like super dirt cheap. So, okay. And it's the cheap version, the ones without Bluetooth, without anything. It's just USB wired. So good enough.
Not the Turtle Bay headsets. The
No,
step
no.
down from the Turtle Bay headsets.
The Steel Series,
Turtle
which
Beach.
is still very
That's
good.
now one turtle.
Yeah, Turtle Beach, Turtle Bay. Yeah, it is what it is.
Turtle Bay, is that the one that gets blown up? No, it's Botany Bay that
Look.
gets blown up.
No, it's Turtle Bay.
Turtle Bay.
They curse them. They curse themselves by
Botany Bay
naming it
also
Turtle.
gets blown up, but in a different universe.
Are you saying that I'm not turtly enough to join the Turtle Club?
Turtle.
Turtle Bay. Turtle Bay Massacre. They say massacre. We say reactive nuclear destruction. Not even. Wasn't even nuclear. It was all kinetic. He didn't use any nuclear warheads during the bombing
You
on
don't.
Turtle Bay.
When you use capital scale weaponry and especially autocannons and Gauss rifles, you don't need nuclear weapons.
It's just a bunch of rods of God falling on the planet.
When you
Not
look
a
at the
big deal.
scale of the damage, it's mind-numbingly bad.
An act that killed over 1 million civilians.
Wasn't enough.
Can we do it again?
1 million
again.
is a very small number in Battletech.
This is a terribly bloody battle. Over 100 people died.
And a guy had a sprained ankle. I need to find that meme there. You know, it's the difference between Chinese history and the English history. Like English
Yes.
battle, like
I've got
was
it. I've got it.
Major battle with like 572 people on each side, and it founded 3
European
religions.
takes power. 62 million perish. And then the stupidest pan-Euro trash names ever.
We need to
Louis
both
von
just this,
God,
like,
I think you
there
cut
was
out
half
for
a
a
billion
second.
casualties on this
Creating
planetary
Neue
campaign.
Steinberg, a tax shelter with a population of 12.
I'm trying to find the meme right now. Ah, there it is. It is important to find memes because memes are the mean of communication.
British
I've got it. I
military
can send it
history
to
is
you
very,
right
very
now.
straightforward. If they are defending, they can be in a thatch building that's covered in gasoline and paraffin, being attacked by 1,000 people with flamethrowers, and they'll kill everybody and they'll hold out.
What about
Hold on.
Singapore?
I'll look it up right now.
No, they didn't have a thatch hut. They got creamed there. This is just a generalization. And then when you look at
There
them
it
on the
is.
offense, they can.
And we captured 150,000. Well, let's just execute every single one of them.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh wait.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yes, Polish.
Juan Jose blah, 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 blah.
Creating Neue Steinberg.
Like 6 people died.
Can I buy a hyphen for some of these things so I can figure out how to pronounce this?
It's Polish names. You're not supposed to know how to pronounce them.
The joke with the eye test.
That's the
Like,
one I
can you
thought
read
were
that
talking
last
about.
line? Can I read it? I know the guy.
There you go.
Of course I know him. He's me.
Poland.
Turtle Bay was.
I mean, the thing is, it's an important event
Chris.
because it does show that the clans add warships and that warships can cause damage. That's what Turtle Bay shows. And that if the clans had not stopped bidding their ships, the Battle of Lucian would have gone a very different way, I think. It would have been
Absolutely.
a very different battle. There wouldn't be much of Lucian left,
No.
but it'd be a different battle.
They'd call it the Black Pearl of the Combine because it would be a scarred, scorched wasteland.
Oh, it's that already.
Well, it would be more so.
Because nobody in the future knows how to build a factory that doesn't like just pollute everything, because everybody came from the 80s. And I was at a high-tech manufacturing plant today where you could pour gazpacho on the floor and they would hand you some bread and you could sop it up and eat it right off the floor.
Jeez.
Ugh. That's
Yeah.
bad, right?
No, meaning
No,
places
it's not
like
according to Arnold Judas Rimmer.
the places that you visit that are super high tech and stuff with all the clean rooms and filtered air and stuff. These places are spotless. It's not like a T-34 factory. I mean, yes. Now, quick cells plants would look like a T-34 factory. But
And we love them for it.
yeah, one of the
Yes.
my thought about Battletech and the way they talk about their cities and how damaging some of the attacks are is that because there's a constant threat of pirates and stuff, people tend to live close together. So if you have a city on a planet that's the capital, people are like probably within 100 kilometers of that place, depending upon how long it's been. And how advanced the rail network is, if they have a rail network, if there are oceans and how much traffic they have that way and stuff. Because you show up over the capital city and you're going to do an orbital slagging of the planet, you don't
We
have
would
to
never
actually hit very much.
Yeah.
It's not like you would have to hit, if you hit the United States, you would have to hit 50 state capitals and 3 to 5 other
wouldn't.
cities per state.
You just have to hit a couple. the rest would be like, "Oh, thank fuck, we're finally free. Go ahead."
No,
You got
I'm
California? Thank God.
I'm talking the
California,
classic,
New York,
the
Massachusetts, and
classic
fucking-
BattleTech.
Yeah.
Nuke a planet as smooth as a marble. Okay, they're going to show up with a warship, and they're just going to, we're going to just flatten the place.
I mean, except for Gibson, I don't think there's any other. No, the other planet was the few of the ones that the Word of Blake destroyed was generally not through nuclear destruction. It was generally viral bombing and such.
The nuclear destruction at the end of the Jihad is by the Regulans.
It's because the Regulans, you were a sergeant, you had the right to shoot nuclear weapons. That's the wonderful world of being in the Regulan military.
When you read when Cameron Jones, he orders his troops, it's like you will use the maximum amount of violence possible. Any holding back is a punishable offense.
A good man,
So sick.
after my own art.
And a good friend.
Yes, he was a good friend. Did I ever tell you about Ashoka Tano? That particular copy pasta.
We aren't going to copy that one today. You
No,
already know it, and you do not deserve to.
So what I've been playing way too much of recently is Romancing Saga 2, the remake. Obviously not the original, because I do speak a bit of Japanese. I do read a bit of Japanese, but am nowhere near good enough to play an RPG. So basically, this is a game where you play Aus Davion and you have to conquer a planet.
Well, at least it's not Katawa Shoujo.
No, but this game is basically you start with 2 redheads and you have to conquer a world. It's not that complicated. It's not very complex, but it has a lot of mechanics that I find really interesting and that I find that Battletech could probably use, not in the core game. This is not what we're going to discuss here, is not for the core game, but more for we're a bunch of people. We want to do a campaign of some sort or something of the likes, and what we're going to do with it. Basically, you are playing a dynasty. You're starting with your emperor, and from your emperor, well, you grow your dynasty by conquering people, annexing people, etc.
Yep.
And battles get more and more difficult. Things get more and more complex. There's actually bad guys trying to destroy the world at the same time you're trying to conquer it. So that's part of what you're wanting to do. And all of that, I think, want to
destroy the world. They live there.
Well, they don't like it. The 7 heroes don't like the fact that they kind of were betrayed by the rest of humanity. So they're kind of okay with destroying all of humanity. That's the thing in this game. I mean,
tell them to get over it.
God.
Humanity #1, baby. Woo!
The problem is when you're human and you get betrayed by humans and you're like, well, fuck them.
I need a double helping of nihilistic hate.
And gameplay elements, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that doesn't translate well to Battletech, but there's a lot of things that I see, like we can take this and we can make a Battletech campaign system out of it. It's not meant to be an alternate universe. Well, it would be alternate universe, but just because of how it is. It's not meant to be like realistic Battletech simulation kind of thing. This is like would be a game within a game in a way, or like I said, if you want to do a campaign, you don't want to go to Succession War route where you have like a million things to worry about, like your production capabilities, your this, your that, and all of this. It's something a lot more simple, but that adds depth to it if required. Does that kind of make sense?
To a degree, yes.
Okay.
So basically, like I said, this is not meant to be a player versus player kind of thing. It would be like you have a bunch of players that are going to play the good guys. We'll literally call them the good guys because you're the heroes there. And you have a game master that's going to be running the opposition, or you can rotate who's the opposition or whatever as well there, of course. But it's not meant to be like Succession War where everybody's playing everybody and it gets confusing and you don't know if anybody's going to be able to show up for game or whatever. This is more like a traditional RPG kind of campaign. Universe adjacent. Yeah, that's a good way to put it down.
Like, okay, there's historical events are going to be happening, so there's still that time pressure. You can't exactly change that course of history.
No, the thing is, you are the course of history. You're not in the Battletech universe. Well, you're in the Battletech universe at large there. There's not going to be a clan invasion or whatever. If I was to discuss this more like in Battletech, it'd be like 3,000 years in the future after the inner spheres collapsed. This happens.
And then you jump to far country.
Well, that's part of it. That's actually part of it.
The birds are not real. There were never birds.
Look, we can meme on Far Country all we want, but do you guys remember that April Fool's meme?
In the real world,
where it was
AFT, the first flamer used would basically win the entire book, but it would be 12 pages long. 1 second.
Yeah,
But I mean,
do y'all remember that meme April Fool's box where it was a starter box Tetate or something like that, but it had like miniatures for the Tetai, and then it had 4 Phoenix Hawks, but it also had their air mech mode and the fighter modes. It's like, I would actually buy that box if it was real.
me too.
I mean, you could always
That
make
would've
a
been a
video
fun-
of throwing the Tetate into the bin.
The thing is, here, yes, I have that in there, something similar or whatever. I mean, I don't know what name I'd put them. You could put it the Tatatai in there if we want. I honestly don't care because it's not meant to be Battletech real.
I mean, it would go badly for the bird people. People would land and go, "My God, they've got the biggest chicken fingers I've ever seen."
Well,
You're not wrong.
One of these birds will feed a family for a month.
Don't mind me. I'm just going to drop my Megasaur off on the planet. It's hungry.
there you go, dinosaurs.
Wasn't there a misprint of Wolves on the Border where it says Voles on the Border?
I have no idea.
Because we could do that. We could do that as an AU.
But here, the base idea of the game is to take everything over. You basically you have 3 objectives. You have to take over 15 territories based on the various houses and clans and such. You have to defeat the 7 bad guys and then defeat the inhumane evil forces from afar. So that's the objective of the game as your RPG campaign. This is your set of objectives.
Got it. So 52 levels, 7 crystal stars. I mean, towers. I mean,
There you go. I went this way just because I was thinking of ways to make it, gamey. Because that's the idea here. I want this to be gamey and not just be, throwing a bunch of lore together, which I'm very good at, but this is not the goal of what I'm doing here. It's basically how we could make this as a game or as a form of game. The 5 great houses for the 5 clans, I have wolves, falcons, snow raven, sea fox, and ghost bear. You can move those around. Doesn't matter much. I mean, nothing in there is, ard wired or ard written anywhere. And the other 5 group, Kerensky, Blake, Calderon, Centrella, and Emeris. So you have a little bit of everything for everyone. And your goal is to take up all the factions and reform the Star League. And at the same time, you have to defeat the 7 bad guys, the Scorpion Empire, the Yarn Folk / the Clave, Mani Domini, the Homeworld Snake Alliance, the Warrior Houses, the Order of Cincinnatus, and the Black Dragon Society. This one here is the one I should replace. I'm not sure who I would put instead. I'm trying to think things like from outside the inner sphere or from inside the inner sphere that is
The
generally
gene
evil.
case. You have to defeat the gene case.
The gene cast. Hey, that could be like the bad guys at the end. Really, it'd still be human. It wouldn't be
The broken
alien.
could always show up.
The broken could always show up. That's not good though.
You remember, you are in fact not safe
That's-
from the broken showing up.
Not even the Blakists.
There, we'll replace the
With the
Cincinnati with the
broken.
broken, which is all the robot people. They're evil.
It's a crazy AI, and then it just has like chemical weapons and mind control.
Well,
That's
it
the
has
one
mechs.
from.
If you're
That's the
fighting
one
it,
from that April Fool's, right?
no, that's from Ghost
Now
of Vita.
zombies.
That's
Oh.
the Halloween
Please
one.
say-
Is that from Necromo Nightmare?
Yep, that
Yes.
one.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
was thinking
canon.
of.
And I mean, in this case, it would be a bunch of mechs that have AI instead of pilots, so you can't just kill the pilot.
Oh, they still have pilots trapped in them.
Oh,
You can
because
hear
that's
them.
funny. Oh,
Yeah, from Necromo Nightmare, the pilots are still kind of alive. They're just not
Yeah.
conscious.
Details.
basically, when you complete different objectives, you unlock additional, mechs, characters, etc. So that'd be how you progress in the game, is by completing various missions, completing various things, having Auscarita join you, basically, and then you have access to a couple Auscarita things, a Auscarita mech warrior class, basically, that has particular abilities, and you move on from there. Does that kind of make sense?
Okay.
So basically, you have your main character, a few retainers at first with different classes. We'll go like basic RPG kind of the nomenclature. Like you'd have your assault mech warrior, your medium mech warrior, your light mech warrior, etc. And then you move on to different things. Your different classes can learn different SPAs based on what they're doing. And I was thinking here to really make things more exciting in a way. Your pilots have more stats for their things. You've got piloting by weight class or even by mech type, gunnery by weapon type, etc., to make it, a little bit more, once again, RPG-y, gamey, etc. So rather than have, piloting gunnery, you've got piloting heavy mech, gunnery, autocannon, gunnery, gunnery laser, and then you're in a rifleman. So you're a good pilot for that rifleman. But if we put you in a locust, you're not going to be very good at it, etc. Yes, no, Toaster?
I'm thinking it's a main stat and a derived stat. So like your
Mhm.
piloting heavy is a derived stat from a main piloting stat.
That would probably be the better way of doing it. Like your piloting stat is 5, but your heavy piloting stat is 3. So if you're an enemy mech, you're a 5. If you're in a heavy, you're a 3.
It would be like melee weapon damage being derived from strength, or like crafting derived from intelligence, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And you don't have the huge character sheets like from MechWarrior or Destiny or whatever. It's still like more Battletech related. You don't have a skill in 20th century RPGs, which is a thing in Shadowrun. But there you go. And your characters, I mean, you shouldn't get too attached to your characters, because after a certain amount of mission, a certain amount of things, you do a time skip. And your character, basically, you have someone else inherits their stat, and it can be from a different class or a different thing. And you try to improve your characters by inheriting from one character to the other.
Okay.
So let's say you start out, you have a regular heavy mech warrior, with decent heavy pilot stats. You unlock the Curetans, and in the Curetans, they have like every cavalry units because they've got dragons and things like that. While you go to that class, you'll get new SPAs, you'll get new things on that new character, but it'll still inherit like you're piloting a 3 on heavy mechs, your gunnery of decent on PPC as an example, or large lasers, and then you evolve your character this way over the course of the game. After a certain number of events, you switch over with the time skip.
So you have like an overall build, and then your individual characters are still important, but you're not going to be completely defeated when they end up taking a PPC to the face.
Well, what I would have there is edge as life points, because life point is in all the Saga games. Basically, if you were supposed to die, you don't die just yet. You have a certain number of points, and when all those points start to run out, you're dead. At that point, you're dead, and you will have a new character come back at the next inheritance phase. So whenever you do the time skip, well, that character will come back with a different name,
another
different
character
everything.
from the dynasty, because you're supposed to
Yeah.
have a bunch of them. You know,
Exactly.
you have spares.
You should have spares, hopefully. But basically, if your character has died this way, he's not going to be as good as some of the others because he's not going to have completed all the missions and all the things. So he won't have the same stats at some point. You kind of understand?
Yeah, kind of.
So basically, like, you have someone that died, and then the other guys in the team do 3 more missions. They get 3 more missions of experience points that they're going to invest in their stuff. And your one character, well, he's just not going to be as good. So you can arrange things this way. And I mean, you shouldn't be dying anyways. You should, when someone starts to run low on those things, you just take them out and you don't bring them out again until later or whatever. It really depends. The way it works is not a time skip as of what you normally have in like Battletech or whatever. Like there's going to be a 30-year time skip, a 40-year time skip. The way it works is literally like you've stacked up enough event points, we time skip, and then everybody changes. The previous generation is not fighting anymore. They're not around anymore. We've got a new generation of people with the new stats and the new stuff. And for each event point that goes on, you get cash, you get tech points, you get things that you're going to invest in, all the different things that you have to invest in at this point. How did I write this here? Yeah, event points are not months, weeks, years, whatever. It's just you've completed a mission. It's 1 event point. You've completed 15. We do the time skip. And it keeps going that way and things like that.
I think just stop drinking. Oh, shit.
I'm trying to think here. For the mechs, everything would be kind of Omni mechs where you can customize them based on what you have. I'd probably want to go with a system like Art Points in MechWarrior 5, MechWarrior Online, and Battletech Airbrain Scheme. Just so you don't have people just going crazy with customization. Just have an idea of what they want to do.
Have a number of like engineering points.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Every event point, you get enough engineering. And with enough engineering, you can modify mechs. You can do all sorts of fancy things, basically. The thing is, it's not that playing Aus Liao would be hard mode. You have to conquer Aus Liao. Whatever you do, you have to go through those 15 groups to have them join you. You're an outsider from the official block here. I said here you can select one as a starting faction. I'm not sure here. Would we want to be an outsider taking over the 15, or you start as one of them and you take over the other 14? And that it would be a difficulty level depending on what you take. What would make more sense in you guys' eyes?
The latter.
You start as a faction?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, like,
makes
you're
sense.
a group of people. A faction doesn't mean huge on the map dudes. It means a group of people working together.
I mean, you would start with a couple planets, a couple things here, basically,
Well,
just
there
to
you
say
go.
that you have a few things.
Yeah, gone are the days where the mercenary company is the scope people want to play as. They want to have their own little periphery state.
Well,
You have like at least one mech factory, at least one dropship,
Major house
and an extra
this would
sun.
be like Victor Davian takes power, 247 billion die. Periphery politics be like.
Another planet glassed. No one cared.
periphery politics be like,
Or should
I
they?
am the supreme emperor of all that is holy. I control this planet with 10,000 people. Because
They have
I
one
own the
dropship
Atlas.
show up a year to export a single crate of spice from the
Okay,
planet, and
so
that's their
you're
entire
the-
planetary income.
You're the Caliph of
Neo Blake has,
Astrakazi.
has
The spice
made
must
sure
flow.
that is fine.
Basically, I'm not sure if it'd be more difficulty levels and more like what you want to do, because I'd want everybody to start at Succession War level tech, even the ones that are based off the clans. Everybody starts at Succession War era tech, and as the game goes on, tech goes up, and you can invest in like archaeologists and stuff like that to find the fancy stuff, or do quests or missions to find the fancy stuff, things like that. And then you can customize your mech with the fancy stuff you found, basically.
Like a single jump ship shows up. That looks like a weird clan logo. Let's pretend we don't know them.
But it really,
You're gonna know
so
them
that
as soon as they open the radio
gonna know.
frequency. They're gonna announce who they are. We're Clan so and so.
we're clan.
I'm thinking it's remnants of the society. We're just gonna pretend we don't know them and trade and then look the other way.
It works.
How do you know about my
In the
xenobiologist?
Hellcat universe.
And I mean, if we were to do that, every faction would start with a set of mech each. And we'd use those mechs to, as you start and as you go on, you get additional mechs from the additional factions, etc.
Would you have
That's-
one mech from each weight class?
Yes, that'd probably be it. One mech from each mech class, plus a set of standard
I don't
mechs.
think one from each weight class. 2 mediums, 1 light, 1 heavy, because assaults are meant to be rare. This isn't the Battletech video game.
Your faction leader should have an assault mech.
King Crab, Atlas, King Crab.
But
Your
your faction
assault-
leader should
Unless
have
you're
an Atlas
Steiner.
or something like that.
Even if you have multiple types, you're only going to have so many of each
Mhm.
weight class. So even if you have a bunch of different types of assaults, they might only be like single models.
If you have
Okay, maybe a Stalker.
A charger, because we know they ended up in the periphery.
Well, I mean, if you
One of
have
those two.
a mech factory on a planet, okay, do they have multiple lines or do they have one line and your military is composed of one type of battle mech, period? You might have some variants of it, but you have a 45-ton mech as your base, and that's it.
Maybe
No,
it's
it would be a case where you'd have basically a mech for each class you start with as a player. So as the starting faction, I would say actually you'd have 5 mechs. Like everybody should run stars. I think 5 is a little bit more balanced than 4 for a lot of stuff because it allows for more flexibility. So every faction should have 5 mechs, 1 in each weight class, and an extra, depending on the faction. And your factory can build all of those. But I mean, you're not building large groups. You have your 5 characters in one in each of the mechs originally.
This is starting to sound like Star Sector, and now I'm getting ideas.
There you go. Someone's starting to get it.
Because even if you have a bunch of blueprints for capital ships, your shipyards aren't going to be able to turn out too many of them. There's only going to be so many capital ships per your fleet.
So let's say for Steiner, let's say 5 mechs for the Steiners. Commando for the light mech.
Wolfhound?
Wolfhound? A second medium? A second light? Yeah, sure. Hatchet Man for the medium. What would be good for a heavy for our Steiner?
Spoiled for choice.
Really.
Mhm.
Crusader.
Rifleman.
Crusader.
Crusader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
then Zeus.
Yeah, the Zeus. It's got to be
Zeus.
the Zeus.
So this would be your starting lineup if you were to play Steiner. All of those are Succession War era, and it would be the base model. As you advance through the game, you gain access to the blacksmith / the factory, and from there you start investing on getting new mechs or upgrading existing mechs as well. So if you want a fancy Zeus, well, once you've got the smitty, you're going to go there and you're going to be putting down a whole lot of cash, salvage, and the parts you need for a fancy Zeus, and they'll build a fancy Zeus for you, basically. It might take a few event points and a few turns before you get your fancy Zeus, but you will get a fancy Zeus at some point, basically. And I mean, Kurita's easy. I mean, it's Jenner Panther, Wolverine, Dragon, and unfortunately Charger.
They can get a Dabuko later.
Oof. Well, yes, they can.
Or a Hatamoto Chi.
I'd go with Automoto here. Automoto.
And all the different Hatamoto variants.
You'll have fun with that. But I mean, the original 3039 Automoto is less anus than a Charger. I mean, I wouldn't want to play Kurita if I start with a Charger as my assault mech. Probably wouldn't be a good thing. I mean,
if it was the variant Charger, then that would make sense for Liao, that 185.
Yeah, true. Let's see here. Davion, Valkyrie,
Centurion.
Javelin, Enforcer, not the Centurion. The Enforcer is more Davion. What do we go with for an Evie?
Rifleman?
Marauder.
Yeah, it's a GM mech, and they're GM. And for the assault, do we want Battlemaster or Victor?
Victor.
House Liao's a little bit harder. Raven.
Yeah, I mean,
What's it? The Jackrabbit?
No, the Jackrabbit's technically Amaris.
No.
Firebee.
Firebee.
Raven, Firebee, Vindicator.
Locust.
No, those mechs are going to be, there's going to be a bunch of standardized mech for everyone. I'm just going to put here standard mechs for everyone that you can always pick, from the list.
Yeah, and that's definitely the Locust.
Yeah, I mean, Bug Trio. I'll just say Bug Trio, and we'll
Cataphract for their heavy.
Oh, Cataphract, yes, that's actually a very solid one.
And then they actually can make Highlanders.
Emperor.
Yeah.
I think Emperor is more modern, iconic to them. Because they can also make Victors, and they can make Pillagers. But we said no, really. I mean, that's actually quite scary, the Emperor right there.
Do they even still have a factory to do that?
They have one in 3060, whatever. I mean, like I said, it's 3,000 years in the future. It's outside.
Okay, all right. There's McCarran's Trading Company.
Okay, so you have for Merrick, you have
the Hermes.
Yeah.
The Hermes 2. The Hermes 3.
Clint.
Hermes. We need another light for
Clint. Clint's a medium.
Flea. They're the ones who build and operate the Flea.
Yes.
Dang, I have to go early, it seems.
It's perfectly okay. Have a very nice rest of your day.
And did you want to throw like the Phoenix Hawk and the standard mechs for everyone?
Easy, okay.
Yeah. Have a very nice day, Elkite.
You too, guys.
Yeah, the
I gotta
Phoenix
head
Hawk's
out
gonna
too.
be
Y'all
down
have a good
there.
one.
I think Crab's going too.
The crab's gone. No, not the crab man.
Evie 4-ounce Merrick.
Orion.
Yeah, that is their iconic one. And Stalker. Stalker or Awesome for the assault.
Awesome.
Nah, I don't know, man. Can they get both?
No, we said two. Well, we basically went 2 light, a medium, and heavy assault per family.
Then yeah, the awesome. But make it the Mauler at home awesome.
Well, I mean, that's beyond what we're discussing right now.
The
We're just
awesome
discussing.
T is a very good variant.
Mm-hmm. That's a bit beyond what we're. Let's just go through the standard mechs: Bug Trio, Phoenix Hawk, Hunchback, because everybody wants a Hunchback every once in a while.
That's fair enough.
Thunderbolt.
Actually, you could say that the Hunchback is actually a House Merrick mech.
It's also Karita.
Yeah.
The Hunchback is unched because it held the inner sphere together for 500 years.
Hey.
That's basically it. Stalker should go in there too. Rifleman.
Shadowhawk.
Shadowhawk. Yeah.
Shadowhawk and Griffin. Because
no, since I put the Wolverine as House Karita. I mean, I'll put the Griffin rather than the Hatchetman for House Steiner. So Griffin, Wolverine. Shadowhawk is available to everyone because it's the worst of the 3 anyways. So the Hunchback is made in Davion space as well. Like everybody that has the ability to make something that walks on 2 legs and that can put a big box on its shoulder can make a Hunchback. I don't think it's that complicated. Would I put the Battle Master as something available to everyone? Or do we limit that a bit?
I think we should limit that one.
Okay. Sounds good. Bug Trio, Phoenix Hawk, Hunchback, Shadowhawk, Rifleman, Thunderbolt, Stalker, Warhammer. Warhammer is available to everyone because everybody's got a version of the Warhammer at home. In the end, right? No, I can't put the Quick Draw instead of the Wolverine for the DCMS. That would give them two heavies, even though it's a Quick Draw.
Yeah, you're not doing anybody any favors with a Quick Draw.
That is a sad statement, yet true.
I mean,
anything in the 3025 list here?
The Whitworth, the Trebuchet.
Whitworth is focused. It's a Karita mech. The Trebuchet is a more of a Merrick mech technically.
Put the industrial mechs in the everyone tier, just because. It's just like this. This is a forklift we stuck guns on.
Yeah,
we're doing this because
you need a character class who runs industrial mechs, but runs them really, really good. And you do it like the goof off / jester in Dragon Quest.
Perfect.
So they're terrible at the start, but they'll give you like crazy piloting skills for when you inherit to the next character. So they're not a bad one to have.
Like that.
Yeah,
because I'm
you
thinking
get
that
good actual
the idea with an industrial mech is you can build these in a workshop, you can build these in a garage. You do not need a mech factory to build them.
It'd be it'd be one of those things like you've lost the mechs, let's try to build something else instead and try to fix stuff.
It'll be like the pity option, but then we'll have a faction that's dedicated to using them.
Yeah, but like I said, you can have a character class that is very good with industrial mechs. You're not going to be able to do much for that, round of events as an industrial mech pilot. But later on, you're going to have an advantage because you're going to have great piloting skills instead. Something along those lines. So it's a way of looking at it. I don't think there's any other assaults that are really, common. The Banshee kind of is, though.
It winds up in the periphery because no one else wanted it.
So the idea is when you start off as one of the great houses or something, those are the mechs that you have that are unique to your faction. You have this bunch of stuff that you can pick out if you want to just have something different. And then you build from there. You can either upgrade existing ones, you can modify existing ones, you can get new chassis by either trading or conquering or whatever. Like you start as, let's say, Merrick's, and your first bunch of actions give you access. You take over Aussteiner. Well, you're going to have those two lists going forward, and you're going to be able to start moving with that there.
Urban mech.
No,
It's going to be one of those things that, like, you don't want to be using an urban mech, but
periphery.
yeah.
Well, it's not even
standard
like we have to stop thinking of periphery and stuff here too. It's really like we have factions that exist that have their own
scarred
stuff.
lands.
Like everybody's their own thing in a way. For the clans, it's Succession War level Omnis. So yeah, not the fancy ones. It's downgraded mechs to Succession
like Golden
War
Century.
No, those are Succession War. You'll have Succession War weapons on your Omni mechs and stuff like that. They're not going to be the good stuff because we want everything to start more or less balanced in this case. Because if we were to go to the other way around, well, no, actually, okay.
So the Blackhawk Prime will alpha strike with its 12 medium lasers and now not explode.
Well, you won't have double heat sinks either, so you will still explode.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Okay, the other way we can do it is that the inner sphere houses are your starter factions, and those are the more complex factions that you end up interacting with later on.
We'll just have the new bloods use proto-mechs more.
Oh no! Well, the way I've written the rules at the top here, I mean, they're not permanent, but everything that is not a battle mech, you buy it as an item, basically. So I buy 3 points of proto-mechs. I have 3 points of proto-mechs that I can deploy in various missions, but once they're used, they're used. You've used them. You can't save them for something later. So those are your starter factions. Basically, if we were to go this way, I think it's the worky. Those are your starter factions, and that's who you take over at first. Then you move on to the other two groups, which would have the fancy mechs, the fancier stuff. But at this point, you should start having, clan invasion tech, things like that. Or you would have done a bunch of missions and you would have gotten a bunch of clan techs that you would have put on your Wolverine because you decided to customize a Wolverine with a bunch of clan tech. So when you start fighting the clans and the fancy people, it'd be a little bit more balanced. Because if we were to start have all of those as starting factions, I mean, this would be hard mode, easy mode, and I have no idea mode. So that'd be a little bit more difficult to balance. But I mean, it'd be doable, but we'd have to create a whole bunch of different things.
Graded like factions of Heroes of Might and Magic.
This is what's the human faction, the Fortress faction. This is Necromancer, which is really easy, and this is like every other faction that is kind of shit. Heroes is fun, but it's also not very balanced. Let's face it. Omnis are automatically in the trousers option category. I mean, yes, you can pretty much do whatever you want with an Omni. So the base idea is kind of there. And like I said here, in order to get your upgraded mech and things like that, you have to either develop the technology, or if you want a one-off mech in this particular way, if you found the technology in different missions, you start piling it on. So that's a way of doing it. And over time, you'd be fighting those 7, well, not super faction, but 7 real bad guys. And those here give you like even more resources, even more things. When you defeat one of those, you get a big boost rather than just, conquering an enemy and getting a little bit out of it. And it shouldn't really be like conquering. It's more like you do a bunch of missions, and those missions make it that they want to work with you going forward. Not always the good old conquest like in a 4X game. Like you can have you could do you start as Aus Merrick and you do a bunch of humanitarian mission for Aus Liao, and Aus Liao decides to join you at the end of those humanitarian missions. So yes, would always be doing missions, but you could have a wide variety of mission. It wouldn't always be like go from point A to point B to conquer something. Like go and save New Avalon from the Blakists. Not saying that this is a thing that can happen, but something like that. For mission levels, I mean, the good old people in Hotspots, they have 3 levels, but here I wanted to go with something like quite wide. So basically you would have 30 levels of difficulty that would increase as the campaign goes on. You start at 0. So both sides have more or less the same battle value when you start to fight. And as you go on, well, the battle value of the enemy is going to increase. As the player, your battle value is always calculated based on just your mechs with like basic pilots, 4 or 5 pilots. If you have better pilots in it, you don't calculate the better stats or everything. So that's why the enemy gets better and better and more BV. While on your side, you have your base BV modified by the pilots that can get better, that should get better. And you can always use resources to buy combat vehicles, infantry, battle armors, while the other guy is going to be calculating his force in the points that he has available.
Ooh.
So you have, let's say, 5,000 BV for a starting faction. I'm going to be playing the bad guy. I've got 5,000 BV, but you started the game. You added yourself, a lance of scorpions. Yes, that's like 800 BV, but you start at technically 5,800 BV. Plus, your pilots should be better than 4.5s, or should have better stats than 4.5s for the mechs they're piloting. While I'm calculating 5,000 BV straight as an example. But once we get to level 5. Even if you were the same thing, you were still at 5,000 BV. You shouldn't. You should have better mechs at that point, but you shouldn't. Me at level 5, I've get 50% more. I'm at 7,500 BV as the game master. But you should have more than 5,000 BV because of your pilots being good, buying support, etc. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I dig it.
So it's a way of making the fights harder and harder, and not just looking at the BV. And the difficulty is based on how many missions you've made and how many inheritance your characters add over the years. So, I mean, if you're at time skip 4, you should at least be at level 4 in difficulty. And if you're at level 30, well, the enemy is going to be really, really, really hard to beat. He's going to have a lot of BV, and you're not, well, you're going to have a lot of BV because of all the modifiers, but you're not going to have a lot of BV straight, basically. So it makes the game harder and harder and harder this way. So it's, like I said, it's a way of doing campaigns different than Interlands / Hotspot, Draconus Reach, different from just Succession War. It's really meant to be a cooperative kind of thing. So it's all the players kind of try to work together to know, like, okay, what are we doing? What are we researching? What are we developing to try to advance? Bless you.
One more.
One more.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm good to
Yeah,
go.
it's okay.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. So I like the idea on paper. I'd probably need to sit down with a couple of people to discuss balancing those rules and trying to get things moving in the right direction.
Yeah, calculate your mech cost by C-bill cost.
C-bill cost instead of BV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that XL engine, that would be nice to build. Do you have the money for it?
Well, money would be a separate thing. You get money for every event you do. And I mean, you need to be able to have the money to build the XL engines. Yes. And those would be expensive, as they normally are. I mean, it'd be one of those cases where people would research light engine before XL engines just because they're cheaper.
But I do like it on the tech tree how you have XL engines before light engines. So you have these XL engines, then you're like, those are expensive. And I don't like how they blow up. Oh, light engines? That was developed from a Clan XL engine?
Well, I don't have the engines in the tech trees that I've written on my post-it notes. But I think for tech tree for engine would be a case of tech trees. I'll just start it here. Like for engine, it would be standard fusion. Why am I all in? Because I went from being in Word to being in Works, so that not in Open Office. That's why it's weird. Okay, doesn't matter if the colors is there. I mean, for engine, it would probably be something like engines to light engine to Excel engine to Clan XL engine, and like
The XXL engines.
Hmm?
The XXL engines is split off.
The XXL engine would be split off. Compact engine. Like, that's the problem with making a tech tree. It's really weird because I'd have to use a different tool than just Word for that XXL engine. Clan XXL engine. So, I mean, if you were to do a tech tree, that's how I would do the tech tree, just so you'd have a bit of an option. So from regular engine to light engine, then you can research XL engine or compact engine. Once you have XL engine or compact engine, you can research the Clan XL engine or the XXL engine. And then the Clan XXL engine is technically the ultimate form of the engine. Of course, we could add the super fancy stuff that Elkite keeps inventing as well in there. But I mean, that'd be how I mean, I wouldn't put the XL engine before the light engine just because it's the XL engine's a much bigger improvement in a way. But that's if I were to write it, if we were to go with Battletech, it's the opposite for those two. Weirdly enough. Gyro's simple, at least. It's gyro, XL gyro, or or compact gyro, or heavy duty gyro. So at least gyro is simple as a tech tree. I mean, there's a base one and 3 upgrades that are all kind of the same tech level, at least to my eye. For the weapons, I'm all over the place, though. Weapons, I'm all over the place. Mostly because, like, Gauss, Clan Gauss is technically the evolution of it. But you also have the light Gauss and the heavy Gauss, and then the improved heavy Gauss, then the AGS and the anti-personal Gauss. Like, this is a bit of a harder tech tree to build.
Put Clan Tech on their separate tech tree.
I think for Clan Tech, you would need to unlock something before you get Clan Tech.
Requires a different technology resource or something.
Yeah. You need to have at least conquered one of those guys or have one of those guys as your ally and have, let's say, a level 3 factory rather than a level 1 or level 2. Like level
You
1
need
factory,
access to
Mhm.
unobtainium.
you need access to unobtainium. Well, that's not a bad way to
that
put it.
was the problem with the Clan XL engines, is that they required materials that weren't available in the Inner Sphere at first, which is
Yeah,
why the
which
light
is,
engine was
you know,
developed.
But
Mhm.
metallurgy, though, is this
Metallurgy is magic.
depending upon what you're doing and stuff. I mean, some is, some isn't. I mean,
Mhm.
Like, okay, where's your endosteel mill? Where's your ferrofibrous mill?
Ferrofibrous is easier to produce, at least, but I know what you mean. You need to have that before you can start building the mechs with that technology. But that would be a case like, the level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 that they have in Mega Mech. We could use something like that for the factory / smithy / whatever. Like, and level 3 is your clan tech, level 4 is your super tech or whatever. Something along those lines. And you start with level 1 factory. As you work through the game, you unlock the later ones by doing various things. In order to get your clan tech, you need to have one of the clan groups having joined you. So the way, as like I said, this is a game. This is not made to be a new timeline or anything like that. So as a game, you get X by unlocking Y, which is more logical in a way. And the really weird techs would be those Karansky, Blake, Calderon, Centrella, and Maris. Those would be your really weird tech that you start unlocking by getting those guys. I have post-it notes. I love post-it notes. The one I have a hard time with is PPCs, because I keep always thinking light PPC and heavy PPC should be available sooner. So I'd almost put your light and heavy PPC right here, like as the first things you can like.
They do feel like more side grades than the
Yeah.
direct upgrade that an ERPPC is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Like once you have those two, you can unlock the ERPPC. And then from that
And
ERPPC, you can unlock the clan ERPPC. Of course, we could go with the mid-tech era as well, but that would be a little bit too.
Now that I think about it, do we put PPC capacitors as like an extra side grade? Because I can't think of any standard PPCs that have.
You can. There's no problem in doing it, though.
So you research the capacitors, and now you have capacitored regular PPCs.
Well, the capacitors, like, put them here. So once you research all the PPCs, you can research the RPPC and the capacitor. Yeah, for PPC. Or do I have anything else? Oh, there's the snub nose. We also forget, which is the very good PPC.
somebody goes into the shop with a cutting torch one day, and he accidentally chops off the barrel. It's like, oh,
and
wow,
that's not really how it works. No.
Completely new weapon system.
I know that's how they explain it, but I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be the same.
I think
Major,
that's how they
it's
explain the artillery cannon. I don't think they explain the PPC that way.
Major, the campaign is 3,000 years in the future when the inner sphere is collapsed. It's not time frame based at all. You start with, everybody starts at Succession War era, and you develop your technology like a tech tree and in a 4X game. But it's not a 4X because it's cooperative, which is not a bad thing. Or things would go really bad. I mean, lasers are fairly straightforward until you get to the really weird ones, because it's laser, and then from laser You can research ER
You have
or
to,
research pulse.
if
And
you're going to have a
blazers.
3,000-year jump, you have to have a mechanism in place for what happened.
Like I said, here, this is more of that would be an in-game game, like something you would play as a Battletech guy.
The second
So,
jihad happened,
The second
and
jihad
then we just
happened.
don't describe it any further. A bunch of important characters died,
All the important characters died. Not just some. All the important characters
and a
died.
bunch of planets got nuked.
They broke everything.
No
Okay.
other information is provided.
And I mean, over 3,000 years, that would make sense, you know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you had something that cataclysmic and people be wandering around going, "Oh, look, it's a wall tart." We're not really sure what a wall tart is, but it's this big open space that we don't know what they used to do there.
It was VSP.
And then re-engineers from as off of pulse.
Technically, ER and pulse can let you get X pulse. So those two together get you X pulse. The blazers are their own thing that kind of die off because there's no real follow-up to that. But VSP does bring us to the re-engineered. And X pulse gives you clan pulse, technically, because it's pulse lasers that don't suck. Clan ER would be ear. And if you have clan ER and clan pulse, you can make heavy lasers. And then improve the heavy lasers. Go after that.
Now, in your tech tree, would you be able to build these things on your own without first encountering the clans?
Not for the clan tech. Like I said, for clan tech, you need to have absorbed one of the clans to move forward. Or, I mean, if you found them in the wild doing a quest, like you found a bunch of heavy lasers in doing a quest, and the quest reward is 4 heavy medium lasers. Well, you just put 4 heavy medium lasers on, one of your marauder or something like that. So it's going to be crazy, but it's going to work. It's going to be like a better blazer. Actually,
as opposed to being able to build them, which means that every mech coming out of your factory can now have them.
Yeah, that's the difference. Like if you've got some, great, you've got them for now. If you've built them, then you can build mech and research mechs to have it. I mean, I'd almost go blazer, heavy laser, improved heavy laser. I'd almost go this way instead. To give a reason to research blazer, gives us a reason to have blazers, which is not always the case. But I mean, if you find something, you can equip it. If you don't have it, well, there you go. You just don't have it. And if you can start building them after you've met with the clans, well, then you can start building some clan equipment. That might be gated, like what it would give you, and you'd have the resources and the money to do it. So, I mean, it could be like more complicated than we want here. We can complexify this as much as we want or simplify this as much as we want. It really depends on how people would want to play at that point. And you, like Major is saying there, you could have dealers selling particular parts that you don't have access to. It's going to be very expensive, and you're going to get those, clan grade tech for 10 times the price, but you are going to have, a clan ERPPC very early, but it's going to cost you, everything you add for that period.
Sea Fox lights up with a jar of hard gel.
There you go.
There's that picture of it from describing the clans as the Sea Fox merchant.
Argel is expensive. Argel is very expensive.
We'll put that under armor accessories or something.
Yeah, well, armor. I do have it posted just for armor because it's weirdly complicated because you have standard armor, then you have ferrofibrous. That's like the basis of all of it. But then with ferrofibrous, you've got light ferrofibrous, you got heavy ferrofibrous, and you got reflective, because reflective is a derivative of ferrofibrous. And technically, well, clan ferrofibrous is also a derivative of ferrofibrous, right? So it's there. Also from developing ferrofibrous. Reactive armor doesn't have anything to do with ferrofibrous. It's its own thing. Same thing with...
Reactive armor to me should be like a vehicle only.
Yeah, it's used on mech. Quite not quite a bit. There's actually very few mechs with it, but I like to put it. The Zeus X, yeah. Anti-penetrative ablative armor, which is terrible, as we've discussed. But having those two things give you ballistic reinforced armor. And from there, you can research Arden armor, which is basically ballistic reinforced, but also against lasers. So that leads you there. What else is there? Oh, I mean, there's bound to be someone that's going to want to research heat dissipating armor for some reason. And there's impact resistant armor. Those are all they're all later armors, but they're not based off ferrofibrous. They're not based off any more advanced form of ferrofibrous or anything like that. Those are all their separate thing. And you've got, of course, your stealth armor, which requires ECM. So it's in its own category there.
And where's ferrolamellar?
Ferrolamellar is an evolution of clan ferrofibrous, I think.
So we're right at the end of the table.
Yeah, it's
something you really have to go for.
I mean, you have to go and invest for ferrolamellar. Arden wouldn't be easy to get either, really. But I mean,
because Hardened is clan tech.
Yes, but Inner Sphere uses it quite a bit. I think a lot of the tech in that particular era, in Republican era stuff, Dark Age, as most people call it, is more like it was invented in the Inner Sphere. The clan and the Inner Sphere use it just differently. Things like that. Yeah, Major, as I discussed, I mean, you were probably not there when we discussed it. All the support unit vehicles, infantry, battle armors, submarines, weird stuff like that.
Submarine.
I mean, a submarine with 4 Aero 4. That works perfectly fine to me. This is the kind of thing
you can't fit a cruise missile in a submarine.
Well, if it's a big submarine, maybe.
Yeah, it would have to be over 200 tons.
Yeah. Basically, those are like items. You buy them and you spend them. And if you have mercenary support, it'd probably be the same kind of thing. But mercenary would be more of a character class that you could have a character be. This character is a mercenary. And as a mercenary, he's got this and that ability that he's able to learn that the other classes are not able to learn. Making the mercenaries like an actual thing. Or if you buy them per mission, it'd be in the same category as this here. It's your support unit that you pay for. You don't calculate it in your BV. So it's good to make it, and make a mission easier, but you just spent money that you could have spent on, an improved heavy large laser while everybody's running like blazers. But instead of that, you paid for mercs to make a mission easy.
It also does remind me how in Menace they updated the pirates that they can hire mercenaries as well. So the mercenary medium walkers can show up in pirate missions. Because I was
good or bad?
That's really bad. I was beating the pirates down before they got that. Because the mercenary medium walkers are They're tough.
They're tough.
They squad wipe.
Missiles are also a bit of an issue because LRMs are fairly straightforward. Because it goes to LRM, and then you've got enhanced LRM, and you've got extended range LRM. But I mean, the clans never do those two things. So the clan LRMs are their own thing.
You should put ammunition types in their own category then.
Yeah, ammo types would probably be their own category here. Oh, you do have the streak LRMs though. There you go.
No.
ATMs, where do they show up?
Do you when do they actually do show up at the end of the clan invasion, remember?
Yes, ATMs are, well, not terribly late here.
They're kind of like their own thing.
Yes. And
they'll be like a tier 3 technology, but not connected to anything.
So yeah, it's its own thing at that point.
So you have them, and then like lock IATMs behind something else.
You lock IATM behind a super gate that it's a super tech. And you know, Artemis go here. Once you have LRM and SRM, you can develop Artemis separately.
Artemis 4, and then Clan Tech would be Artemis 5.
Yeah. 5. I mean, ATMs are ear, but not like they're separate. They're their own thing here. I'm going to separate it with a space. I mean, it's not clear ear, clean ear. I'm just doing a rough thing.
Color code it later.
Yeah.
For what's Clan Tech.
IATM wall.
Pivot table. Put it in a pivot table or something.
Oh, yes. I'm going to use my Excel skills. It's one of the first thing I learned Excel for, actually, was to build. We had made a Starfighter game, me and my brother. It's one of the first thing I learned how to use Excel for, was to create our fighters and our ships and our stuff for that game. It was very simple, but I mean, we were really proud of it. Auto cannons are relatively simple, at least. ATM is something like that. Yeah. NARC is its own thing, but it should start at like 2nd grade, because you don't start with NARC. But then again, it's not that complex to do, but it's a thing that you need to research. So I'll do it like this. And INARC, which is weird, but exists. Yeah, I said autocannons are simple, because you have the LBX line, you have the Ultra line, and you have the light autocannon line. That's about it.
Do you mention the protomech autocannons, or are we just going to pretend that they don't exist?
Let's pretend they don't exist. It's easier that way.
They tried the thing with the protomechs, but they all went crazy, and so they had to give it up.
The protomechs are okay. It's the protomech autocannons that are the problem.
And racks. Where do you put racks?
Yeah, it's this way. There's
that,
2 racks.
Everybody that goes into one after 3 years, their brains are gelatin, so
because there's the clan or autocannon that are based off the ultra autocannons. Okay, because then you have clan ultra, which will go here, which leads you to clan rack, while the light autocannons leave you to inner sphere rotary autocannon. So you can technically have rotary autocannons quicker than clan rotary autocannons, like in the lore. Because the clans that invented.
Oh, you cut out there?
Yeah, I did cut out. Give me a second. Am I back?
Yes.
Am I back?
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't hear. Oh, it's because that's my bad. Audio output is headphones. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I can hear you. Okay. Something unplugged itself as I was messing with cables. Once you have iATMs made by Apple, you're never going back, and your bank account's never coming back either. I think all machine guns should be available from the start, light, medium, heavy. No weirdness there. Just have a clan upgrade available. Make them lighter.
If they're limited to single heat sinks, you're going to see a lot of clan machine guns.
I mean, if people can get machine guns quickly, we're gonna have machine gun boats. Machine gun boats are funny. Doesn't mean they're good, but they're funny.
Because one of the reasons you don't see a whole lot of clan machine gun boats is
I would
because you
sit
have
there-
double heat sinks and you have small lasers.
I would sit there and say that the AP Gauss rifle would be something that you could figure out because it's lightweight. It's not this gigantic heavy thing.
Yeah, but make it at least tier 2 tech. Something
Yeah, but I mean,
later.
it wouldn't have to be the heaviest and most unbelievable thing of all time because it is lightweight.
Like the Gauss rifle is available like at Tech 2 to begin with. It's not available initially. And from there, you've got the light Gauss, the heavy Gauss, and I would put the AP Gauss there as well.
And then we have improved heavy Gauss after heavy Gauss.
Yes.
Because, I mean, the clan Gauss rifle, it would require clan research, but it's not too much more of an improvement, so we can put it at the same tech level.
Here? Yeah. Well, it'd still be level 3, so it'd be like most clan technology. It'd still be at level 3. Like the light Gauss, the heavy Gauss. I mean, it's a bit of a waste to research the light Gauss, I guess. Maybe there'd be an improved light Gauss at some point.
I mean, if you're squeezing that light Gauss into something like Hawkmoth or Yellow Jacket.
I mean, a light Gauss going to, 10 tons rather than 12 would already make it better.
What about your weight savings and stuff based upon technology that you had discussed in one of the previous episodes? That
Yeah.
they over time they
Oh,
were
an
able
improved
to.
engine.
Yeah, the
like-
improved engines. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
probably be the fun stuff beyond level 4. I mean, I'm not there yet here. We're doing a basic tech tree.
I was just
I mean, that would start being funny. That would start being really funny, and you'd start outgunning people because you've got a Marauder going 5.8 with all the same guns and same armor as before, but with a standard engine instead of an XL. Things would start being very funny, very funny. Someone made a custom laser weapon that you want to try out, but no Battletech player in your area wants to let you try it. I mean, is it balanced? That's always the question when you develop a custom thing. And I've noticed that it's pretty hard to try to balance something in Battletech because there's already a whole lot of existing things here.
well, the clan weapons themselves are way out of balance.
They're
in
out of
comparison.
whack to begin with.
I mean, with their weight savings and or heat savings and or damage output.
Or because Elkite's no longer on the stream, but for him, I'll put the Risk Hyper Laser somewhere. It deserves its place in history as a broken as fuck weapon. I mean, PPC range, AC 20s. That's what it is.
Actually, on that note, then, coolant pods and the other types of...
I mean, for heat sinks, coolant pod is a basic tech in my book.
Because that's going to be really important then.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
can get early coolant pods, you're gonna see people customize their mechs to have coolant pods. It's
Cool,
going
you
to
can
be more
avoid
fun.
exploding for one turn.
Yeah.
Don't waste it.
Oh yeah, Bearded Coyote used Risk Hyper lasers this past Sunday and just nuked things from afar.
Simply don't roll 2s.
Just don't roll 2s. It's a skill issue.
Oh yeah, he clobbered the one guy. He just pounded him. It was awful. There were 3 head hits, 3 fatal head hits.
What's the name of the tech that gives you like a coolant pod but for a turn? And you can reuse
Is it the risk systems?
No, it's not the risk one. It's the one that is more available. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now.
Heat sink overrides?
No. Geez, what's the name of it? I'm stupid. At 9, my brain starts shutting down.
The emergency coolant flush.
No. Heat management. There's a section just for that. Laser insulator.
Emergency coolant system.
Radical heat sink system. Which is really good.
Mask, but for heat.
Mask, but for heat, yes.
Just given the trade-offs, it would be fun to have that sooner.
Sooner?
Or at least just easier to research, not clan tech.
Once you have double heat sinks, you can research it.
How much are you willing to gamble?
Well, if you were like me, you're going to run it one turn, turn it off. Run it one turn, turn it off. And not just, keep shooting. I know some people just keep shooting, okay? It's
like, yes,
life.
chronologically, coolant pods came after, but we want coolant pods to come sooner.
Because it's a lot easier to use.
Well, it also makes a lot more sense because you're carrying, it's like a drop tank for like a fighter, in World War II. You have this instant hit of coolant that is then gone.
It's like those liquid nitrogen batteries you have on SAMs.
Yeah.
Blade Warrior, we did discuss a streak targeting computer in a previous stream for all weapons, not just a type of laser. What you're talking about exists in one of the mods for Battletech Airbrain Scheme, and it ends up being really ridiculously overpowered really quickly, because lasers that don't generate heat when they miss make it that you can just face roll the controls all the time and you never have any issues. So it causes some issues with no additional, things like that.
Because I think those were at least balanced by that. They actually generate more heat than normal.
They generate more heat than normal, yes. But they do deal more damage too. But
So,
it's
I
a
think
very
they're also
silly mod.
heavier.
So they're swingier.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, that mod in general is weird. So with those special weapons, like most of the game, it's okay. Then you get to those special weapons and you're like, okay, no, this just doesn't work anymore. Structure is easy. Composite if you're stupid. Endo composite. Then if you have endo composite, you can research endo steel. Then you have your clan endo steel.
And then reinforced.
Reinforced reinforced will be at the same tier as endo steel. Because the cost is huge if you're going with reinforced chassis. If you're not building a mech for it. But it'd be we understood how to make some weight savings. How do we make it tougher now? There's no real other structure.
Cut
modern,
holes in it.
No, put holes in it is composite, which is put holes in it. Always a good idea. Put holes in it.
Well, I mean, that's the number one weight savings thing of all time is you only use, you have what you need structurally, and then everything else you cut away.
Yeah, but unfortunately on a mech, that means that you take double damage internally.
Yeah.
That breaks a mech very quickly. My armor is also pretty simple. But you have the mask on there as well. Yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, where do I put the supercharger? I'll put it at the same place as
Should
the
be
light
with
engine.
the engines.
Yeah, I'll put it in the same slot as the light engine. You can invent a supercharger fast enough.
Yeah, because there's always some nutcase who's like, we can make it go faster.
In MechWarrior 5, you get superchargers before masks, but they're very risky, which is very funny. Yeah, I'm not going to go further than that tonight. I mean, tech trees are fun to look at as well, because it also tells us more or less how the technology should have gone and not how it actually went in Battletech, because some of it went a little crazy a little bit quickly. I'm going to keep thinking about this thing. I'm going to keep working on it. I might actually just post this on the website just to have it saved somewhere. I'm going to close all of that and go here. Oh, no, I need to log in, so I'll have to do it after the stream. So we're going to end it at that. Tomorrow, we've got a video on the Cerberus coming out for all you 3 Cerberus fans out there. And I mean, it's okay. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's just not great. And next week, I should have a catalog on the Archer, a bunch of Archer upgrades for you guys to think about and peruse. So I think some people will be happy about that. So I thank everybody for watching today, and I will see everybody later.
All right.
Bye-bye.